Good afternoon, people. On this Sunday, had to make this video today. Just got done hearing about President Joe Biden getting out the presidential race. Some people have seen this coming. Some people are surprised. For me, it's kind of like a 50-50 thing. Part of me kind of surprised, but mostly kind of knew this possibly could happen though, since because there's been a lot of pressure for Joe Biden to leave the race because of health issues, along with his age, along with his poor presidential debate that he had against Donald Trump a few months ago. So now the front runner of the presidential nomination for the Democrat Party is Vice President Kamala Harris, and she's really the top pick right now. So that's what they're talking about a lot. Watching CNN right now, they've been talking about it a whole lot, along with the other news station, Fox News and MSNBC, and many other news stations as well. Now, if Kamala Harris get the the presidential nomination, would she be a strong candidate to go against Trump? I don't really know. I know a lot of people say in the past that a lot of people didn't really like her and stuff and all that things. And would she really be really a strong competitor, to be honest? And also for Donald Trump, this like would be almost similar to 2016 presidential election when he went up against Hillary Clinton. So he gonna go against another female again though in Kamala Harris. Now, this whole month, I haven't talked so much a lot about the election, but this whole July month been one of the most craziest months in recent history, along with the presidential election. This earlier this month, about a week ago, there was an assassination attempt on Donald Trump's life when he did a rally in Pennsylvania. Luckily, the bullet hit his top of his right ear and stuff, and he was able to survive that presidential assassination attempt. Some people say that if the if the bullet went a little bit more upward, it could have hit his head, and he would have been dead. But they said that the Secret Service killed the shooter doing that assassination attempt as well. And Trump became the first politician to survive assassination attempt on his life since Ronald Reagan back in 1981 when he became president of the United States. But that's one of the main things that happened earlier this month, right? Like last week. Then of course, following that, because you had the this past weekend, the Republican convention, national convention in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where Trump spoke along with other people like Nikki Haley, Tiffany, I can't say this name, Tim Scott, and many other people endorsed Trump. Yeah, Ron DeSantis and other people, his family, all them spoke for Trump. So they had a recent Republican National Convention in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and in that, his speech at the National Convention. Also, yeah, Hulk Hogan too spoke there too as well for Trump, and since he endorsed him too as well and stuff. And there was just a lot of fact check inaccuracies and things that Trump was saying there about him having the best economy when he was president. Hulk Hogan talked about crime was down when Trump was president. There's a lot of not factual information in that. But yeah, that's one of the main things that happened this week. Now, following the Republican National Convention, now you have Joe Biden stepping down as the candidate to run for the Democratic nomination for re-election, and Kamala Harris is the front runner now. And I think this is the first time in American history this happened since 1968 when Lyndon B. Johnson, who was the president at the time, decided to step down being president. And I think one of the reasons why he chose to step down from president because of what happened with the infamous Tenor Fest during the Vietnam War, which caused major damage to his administration. Was one of the main factors he decided not to run again. And the main Democratic person that was in the front runner to run for the Democrat nomination was Robert F. Kennedy. Tragically, though, he got assassinated by Sirhan after his victory speech at in Los Angeles. and he died I think 2 days later. So this is what led to Herbert Humphrey to take the Democratic nomination, who was also the then vice president of Lyndon B. Johnson, and to go up against Richard Nixon, which led Richard Nixon to win the 1968 presidential election, and he became the 37th president of the United States. Because during his administration, the infamous Watergate scandal, what happened in '72, what led to his resignation in 1974. So this is the first time in American history they have a sitting president who decided not to run again because who decided not to run again and stuff. So it's been a while since that happened. Now, this election gonna be pretty interesting. Come November 2024, you have Kamala Harris going against Donald Trump. And this is going to be the first time where a male presidential candidate goes against a female presidential candidate since 2016 was Trump against Hillary. Of course, Trump won that presidential election that year, and that was about 8 years ago. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see. Now, can Kamala Harris beat Trump? I don't know. To be honest with you, though, it's really hard to say. We should be a strong candidate to go against Trump. We shall see and stuff. That's all I can really say, though. I can't really say yes or no to that, but we should really see. But this is a big news today of Joe Biden dropping out of the election, and like I said again, some people seen it coming, some people could be surprised, but this is the big news. All day, watching CNN. CNN will be covering the news, heavily and stuff. That's one thing I like about CNN. Even though CNN do cater to the Democratic side, like NBC. I'm not a Democrat or Republican, nothing like that. So so I don't really go for side. I do vote, and I'm not gonna say who I vote for, but I just feel like they go more in depth with it. But yeah, it's a pretty interesting day to hear about this right here. But like I say, I kind of saw it coming. A little bit surprised, but kind of seen that coming too as well. And also too, this year too, though, we lost I think a politician, Sheila Jackson Lee, from Houston, Texas. Though she died, I think she was 74 something from cancer, and that was the big news the other day. She passed away. So this has been a very big week. You had a Republican convention in Milwaukee with Trump. You had Sheila Jackson pass away from cancer, and also now you have Joe Biden stepping down in the 2024 presidential race, and Kamala Harris most likely taking his place. So this has been one of the most craziest months in recent memory. Again with Trump failed assassination, Sheila Jackson Lee passing away from cancer, and Joe Biden dropping out the race. This has been one of the most craziest months right here. So now where do we go from here? It will be quite interesting where we go from here. And, this election just got crazier now stuff right now. So, I can't tell you in the next couple of months, though, how many months we got left. We got about 4 more months before the presidential election. So, it just feel like it might get crazier, though. But it's been crazy. Like, it's going to get crazier now and stuff. So, just like, you got to stay tuned to this as well. And speaking of politics, though, I am going back to school, hopefully this fall at Liberty University, where I'll be doing a Master's of Science in Political Science, because I really want to learn more about politics and how politics work, just different system of governance. I think it's been a really great degree for me to get. And I'm just getting a master's. I'm not getting a doctorate or nothing, because I already got my PhD in history from Liberty University. But I think this is another subject I'm very interested in learning too as well. So that's another thing I'm looking forward to do as well. But yeah, this was the big news today, though, about Joe Biden presidential, dropping out the presidential election as well. And watching the news, though, some people already endorsed Kamala Harris to take the presidential nomination. I think Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton came out and said they endorsed her. Some other Democratic politicians. Now Obama, he didn't really say really much about endorsing Kamala Harris' nomination. He said that he will, I guess Obama tried to be neutral deep inside, to be honest with you, I know Obama. I'm not saying he adores Kamala Harris, but he don't want Trump to win. I bet though, and I know he's still holding on to that grudge that Trump came after him though when he became president, the 45th president in 2016. So I know deep inside Obama don't want Trump to win. Not saying that he adores Kamala Harris, but he gonna be for a Democrat, on the side. And I remember I watching the video. I think it was at a convention or something where him and Joe Biden reunited though, and they spoke to each other. Then he had to help Joe Biden walk. Like Joe Biden, for remember, I don't know, he lost his train of thought and stuff. But Obama had to tell him though that we had to leave and stuff though. So it was just like a red flag right there of Joe Biden health. But yeah, just all along though, just seeing the candidates, Joe Biden, even Donald Trump, they like in the 80s and 70s, both of my old candidates, and it just feel like both of them are not really, I don't want to say qualified. It's just like I don't know. I just don't think that they're both right, but it's what it is though. Now, just thinking about Joe Biden and him dropping out the presidential race in his health and stuff. Maybe my thing about older politicians, you got many older politicians that are still in, Congress, still in the government, that's in the 80s or 90s, people like Maxine Waters or other people. They might start making them think, though, maybe if, like, being in Congress forever until you get to a certain age will be right and stuff. I know people always want to say age is nothing but a number, though, but when you get a certain age and when you start feeling a certain way, though, you start saying age is a number. I'm 32 years old, and I already feel like I'm like 80 or something. I feel old already, though. I don't feel young, even though that's still young, but I feel like I'm at an old age right now, too, so age is about a number. I know people say age is not about a number or nothing, but to me, it is. So we start feeling away. It's like Cat Williams say, especially when we start hitting 40 and stuff, when it's hard to get up from bed, your body aching and stuff, you start feeling the age and stuff, though. Just like what Cat Williams said when his comedy specials. So, yeah, I'll say the age is about a number. But, yeah, this is the big news today, about Joe Biden, dropping out the presidential race. And this is going to be news for days and stuff. Now, people look at Kamala Harris being the person to take the nomination. So we'll just see how that will work out. And, just going to stay tuned, basically, just to see how this election will unfold. And yes, I will vote and stuff. I'm not saying who I'm going to vote for, but I would dare participate in the presidential voting election when it comes to try to do early voting later on this year. But yeah, this is what I had to come on here to talk about right quick, to y'all about Joe Biden dropping off the presidential race and all. And I'll catch y'all another time. Peace out.